next message is
13
minutes long.
What is home?
Home feels amazing.
Home is somewhere that you just feel.
عقل Go with your mind.
Home is such a strong word.
الانتماء بالنسبة إلي هو حب وأمان.
For me, I definitely know that London is my home. Scarborough is my home.
Interestingly, as I've got older, I find that the contentment comes from being in a place that does have memories of my childhood.
Home's like if I live in Syria, it covers me from the rain, it covers me from everywhere. You feel safe and you have a bed to sleep.
它是我和家人和亲人的住所，只要我们能感到安全、开朗、受人尊敬和喜爱，我们住在哪种建筑都没有关系。
I am in your house, or Bibi's house, not knowing what to do with myself.
Home to me means safety, security, food, warmth and family, and control over my environment.
It just reminded me of a memory when I was at uni. I came to the issue of getting my hair cut in a predominantly white town. But I was literally like one of the first black people, the hair they cut, ever. Things like that, because I've definitely spoken to black people on this, like, haircutting is a massive issue. They'll have to go all the way to Leeds just to get their hair cut.
Dorastając, wydawało mi się, że dom to miejsce, w którym się urodziliśmy, wychowaliśmy. Nasze państwo, miasto, wioska, mieszkanie. Miejsce, gdzie chodziło się do szkoły, nawiązywało pierwsze przyjaźnie, przeżywało pierwsze miłości.
A lot of people's responses to this call out of what is home talks about family and safety as if they're interchangeable. And actually for a lot of people, safety is not their family.
Yeah.
Like, what is family? What is safety?
I've always heard that home and settling down is the main goal in life. Or at least it should be. And I've always struggled with this very common yet very limiting meaning of this word.
Because I've never belonged or felt like I belonged anywhere, then home takes on a different, more personal meaning and becomes about myself and my immediate environment, wherever that happens to be, and the people in it.
حب هو بناتي اللي كل ما أطلع بعيونهم وحسن إنهم مرتاحين ومبسوطين بنسى كل تعبي وهمي.
Once upon a time there was a dinosaur called Dorothy.
Kiedy wyjechałam z kraju, miejsca, które powinno być moim domem, miałam problem z uczuciem przynależenia. Zadawałam sobie pytania, czy to normalne, czy to w porządku, aby nie czuć tego połączenia z miejscem, z jednym miejscem i czuć się sobą, całością. Czy tylko jedno miejsce na ziemi można nazwać domem? Czy tracę coś ważnego? Czy żyję w pełni?
And of course smells, the smell of food, having good food.
Food-wise, I'd say things like fried plantain. That's something I just don't have here at all.
When you have your window open for some fresh air, and that one person that lives on your street behind the green door doesn't know how to follow the rules, is in, out, in, out, in, out all day long, giving no cares to others' safety, coughing outside your window, just being that pain, that little niggle, that stress that bugs you because everyone else is doing as they're told. What makes them different?
لا مو سياسة لو هسه احنا حكمنا العمال كان فكروا بالشعب غير تفكير كان سووا غير خطاب بس دول اللي مو العمال دول المحافظين دول الزناقين اللي يحكمون هسه فما يردون فقراء يقول لك خلينا نخلص منهم.
We didn't actually get a passport until I was about 16 years old, so it's a long time not to get a passport in this country. And there was multiple reasons for that. It was also about what you can afford, how much of a priority you are.
Yeah.
I don't think many people think about really unless you're put in that situation.
أمان وقت نام كل ليلي ومو خايفة أو مرعوبة إنه رح فيق بالليل على صوت قذيفة أو رصاص.
So a home feels like a home because when I'm in a country, it feels like my home. And when you're having like a house, it covers you from rain, snow and stuff. Because if you didn't have a home or a house, you would be cold of the rain.
Home is my safe place. Home is the place that no one can get to me.
I've experienced like the third largest explosion, but this is like one that's, the other two were the atomic bombs. Yeah. This was like, Khalas, it's really awful.
It would be interesting to see what it'd be like going to Ghana, where everyone pretty much looks like me on the outside, but on the inside it is very kind of different.
Even if you know where you're from, you're not going to feel better. Like, you think you will because you don't know. You're like, oh, I don't have this thing. If I only had this thing, then I'll feel fuller. And I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case. Because a lot of us are walking around out here empty. You know.
It took me a long time to understand that there isn't just one answer and I need to find my own meaning of it all. And that this is okay.
Things were quite odd during lockdown, but I like to just watch when society was breaking down, when people were losing their minds, when the little strands became unfolded and started to fray.
هنا هسه قالوا كل واحد يساعد جواري ويساعد اللي يعرفه. هو كان بالخطاب هذا. اي هو هيك قال احنا يعني عندنا بما معناه معمرين ما نريدهم الكبار بالعمر خليه يروحوا يعني لا يجوا لا للمستشفى لا شيء يكون ببيوتهم. يعني الناس كلها تسبسب عليه والجرايد تسبسب عليه.
It doesn't feel like home really.
What doesn't?
When your parents are not there with you.
هو كمان بيت أهلي وجمعتنا فيه أنا وإخواتي وصوات حكينا وضحكاتنا عبت كل البيت. بس للأسف هالشعور ما عاد حسيت فيه لأن الحرب فرقتنا وخلتنا كل واحد ببلد.
People do not send their kids unless there's a fucking war on and you have to send the kid to a safe village. But to send your kid away just so that you can like get on with your shit. So a lot of these parenting skills, I'm like, this is not naturally in our culture. So people can't say, oh, you know, black men are distance from their kids because X, Y, Z and they have to be men. I'm like, nah, there's a lot of compassion and like intimacy and just closeness between black men and their kids naturally until all this shit came in and fucked up that dynamic.
Native folk song by Chief Bokani, Chief of the Pygmies from Central Africa, August 25th, 1905, London.
One of the things that I brought up was the historical context of black parents having their kids ripped away from them. Like having black women being treated as fucking mules and having upwards of 13 children and shit and watching all of them being sold or like having their kids and then watching them being sold and stuff like that. Like it's such a steep legacy in the disruption of black parenting that like goes hundreds of years of not feeling like your own children are your own, like your own children are properties of somebody else and properties of the state.
Those people that had always been toxic, those people that have always had bad intentions but had them well hidden, it all became blatantly obvious during lockdown who was who, what was what.
If you're walking down the road with me in Scarborough, I'll probably bump into 10 odd people that I will know as a very familiar face in the town. But actually during the pandemic, how many people actually want to take the time to say hello or check in on me and see how I am.
For me, I think if you're at home with nature, then it makes me feel, it gives me a good sense of balance, whether it's looking out onto trees or water, preferably water, the sea or rivers.
It was really full on. This place was like shaking. On the bottom and all the art rooms downstairs, all the metal framework blew out, windows shattered everywhere. The hotel next to us, all the windows were broken. We were lucky because the building in front of us was protecting us. Their windows all broke.
I like lockdown. The fresh air. Mother Nature got a little bit more freedom from us. The plague of the earth. The environment had a little short break. We should do more about that.
വീട്ടിൽ എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ളതൊക്കെ ചെയ്യാനും ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ഡ്രസ് ധരിക്കാനും സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം ഉണ്ട്. വീട്ടിൽ എല്ലാവരും എനിക്ക് നല്ലതു മാത്രം വരാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. ജീവിത സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ മാറിയാലും വീട്ടിലുള്ളവർ എന്നും ഒരു സുരക്ഷിത വലയമാണ്. എന്നും സ്നേഹമുള്ളവരായി തുടരും.
I love the idea of finding home within you, making space for yourself within yourself, getting to know you, the real you. Doesn't matter where you are, you can have this feeling in you always. And, well, if you have that, you are home. I am home.
I don't see tourists any longer as something good. I see them as possible carriers. I see them as something to fear. I see them as something to keep away from, to get back home, my safe place, my place of freedom, my place of solitude. We just need to follow the rules. We just need to keep safe. We just need to keep alive. We just need to keep breathing.
But Nina, she's recovering now.
Yeah.
But she was like, it still comes and goes.
Yeah.
It's way past 2 weeks now.
I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
To return the call, key 5. To replay the message, key 1. To save, key 2. To delete, key 3. For message details, key 8.
I heard something today where somebody was like, the archive cannot restore you.